Hello gamers, listen, the AA12 that's right here, don't even ask, okay? That was my previous video, go watch that. But before I actually get into using the SA80 guns, which are L22, L85A2, and L86 LSW, I just want to say, hey, Social Blade says we can hit 10k by the end of the year, so please subscribe. Anyways, let's start it off with the dumb gun, the L22. The reason that I say this is the dumb gun is because everyone hates this gun and no one uses it. Now let me explain why. This thing shoots slower than an M4A1 and does pretty garbage damage. The recoil is kind of but honestly it's not too bad. It's just kind of average. It just performs like a carbine does. It does have 20 min, which is not too bad. The damage ranges on this thing are like 40 to 80. Pretty much expect a 5-hit in nearly every single scenario, and 20 min is not really the best. It's hard to 4-hit with it. It just feels bad, and especially when you consider that the other two, the L86 could 4-hit all ranges before, it can't now. The L85 can, and the L86 is 24 with a torso, so you're probably gonna 4-hit all ranges anyways. Plus those guns have insane pen, insane muzzle velocity. This just feels kind of average compared to the other two. So that's why we're talking about this one first, because everybody's gonna be like, oh, I wonder what this one is about. Because a lot of the people watch like some of the video but don't watch the entire thing. Please, if you're watching this now, watch till the end so you actually get all the content in it. Otherwise you're just gonna like miss out on the other two guns. Come on. Oh, you thought with that nade, dude. Honestly, I'll try not to spend too much time on each gun because there are 3 guns. I don't need to like spend 8 minutes talking about one, or I guess like 20 minutes, because I do edit these down quite a bit. It's a decent gun though, to be honest. Like, it's not terrible. When I used it, I was just like pooping my pants hating it, but it's not terrible, I guess. I mean, the reload is kind of snappy. I think it's the fastest of the SA80 guns. Definitely, actually. Why am I even questioning that? Oh, we got Bizarre Revamp. Okay, maybe I gave this thing a little bit too much hate in my video about it, but then again, I have no idea. Let's be honest, this thing is just whack. Like, if you put a long barrel on it, it basically becomes an L85 in terms of looks. And I guess, well, it does have a long barrel. It makes the damage ranges a little bit better, but since this thing does like 30 to 20 and the damage ranges suck anyways, it's probably not going to add too much to the 4-hit kill. If it doesn't do 33, make it do 33 and give it better damage ranges and like, I don't know, pen or something, and maybe a little bit more reload, something like that. I don't know, it just needs a little bit of something to make it that much better, because in my opinion it's just kind of average. Regardless, I think that's enough of this gun. I think we should move on to the other 2 guns, the guns that you guys actually want to look at. This gun is just meh. Give this a torso multi, a 1.5 times headshot multiplier, more muzzle velocity, more penetration, better damage ranges, and I think that should do it. And maybe give it an ammo conversion that's not 223, because 223 is big poopy garbage. Anyways, next up is the L85A2. You're probably like, what 30 studs? It starts with 60 and it goes 60 to 110. It does 28 to 25, so you may as well just put AP on there, and then like that recoil doesn't look the best, right? It's quite accurate. You can also put muzzle brake stubby. That makes the kick a little bit lower, because the L series of guns, except I guess the L22, have a ton of camera kick but are very accurate. Basically, the recoil that they show is a scam. The L85, bro, come on. Don't tell me that the G36 is better than this. It only shoots 50 RPM faster, and this has like a million better recoil. It's not even a proper phrase. I don't even know what I said there. Plus, this has better pen, muzzle velocity, I believe. I don't know. Maybe not muzzle velocity, but better pen. And you can put AP on it for basically even less downsides. You always know what damage you're doing because it only changes by 3. So you're just always like, I know I'm gonna do that amount of damage. You can also 3-hit head all ranges, I believe. Oh, don't. I'm going 9 and 2, which is not too bad, all things considered, but I think I would do a lot better if this was a longer range map. The L85A2, the G36 is gonna mildly beat this thing out in a lot of scenarios up close, but when it comes down to it, this thing in LRC is a freaking monster. Pretty much expect to destroy people at every single range with basically no effort put into actually fighting anybody, because not only does it 4-hit, it has insane muzzle velocity and very, very low recoil. Like, even here, you see that? Don't even try to freaking suppress shotgun kill me. And it shoots a full 100 RPM faster than the Scar L, but only 50 less than the G36. So in my opinion, this is just better than the G36. It's not just better, but in my opinion, it's like, what, he really went back from, so he left down that hallway. I thought he was gonna go around, but then he's like, no, I won't go around. I will go back the same way that I have just come, and then I will shoot you from there. Come on. Thought I was outplaying him, but I did not. He outplayed me. This one in the G36 might even like need a nerf, like compared to the other assault rifles. They are some very good guns. Maybe they're not unbalanced strong. I feel like they're just very, very, very strong, but that's just my opinion. On Bazaar, of course, I'm not going to win against these guys. Of the 3 SA80 guns, up close, the L22 is probably going to beat them. It doesn't do as much damage as either of them do. Well, actually, I think it does a little bit more than the L85, but it's not like a big difference. The L86, however, can 3-hit, but it has a pretty major downside that its RPM is a little bit slow. It's 610. Up close, maybe the L22 is slightly better, but the thing is, it's not like a major difference. It's not like an MP5 is probably still going to beat them out, or like, I don't know, any PDW ever imagined. Every time I use this gun, I do like crazy flicks and stuff. Let's move on to the L86 LSW. We will take off 223 and we might put on 223 because it makes it a very different gun. This one, as you can see, is the long range destroyer. I made a video on it called How to Use the Earthquake. It does 1 billion damage. I'm just kidding. It does 35 with a torso multi. It does a lot of damage. It has 610 RPM. And overall, if you want to use a gun in LRC and actually destroy people, this is it. It literally has the same muzzle velocity as the BFG 50. It used to have 2800, but then they're just like, well, we'll nerf the gun, but we'll add more muzzle velocity for no reason. Like if you were to put like an ACOG on it, or a VCOG 6X, and shoot people with it, you'd be like, oh, wow, I'm hitting stuff just as often as I would with a BFG 50. Because the bullets go the same speed. I mean, it wouldn't work that well since it doesn't do like 100 to 95 damage. 223 is interesting because you keep your torso multi, so you can technically still 3-hit with torsos in CQC. You lose a bit of muzzle velocity and you lose your 4-hit with torsos all ranges. But there's a huge upside, and that upside is that you get a 50-round drum. And less recoil, actually, now that I think about it. The other stupid thing is that, as you can see by my 3 suppressed enemies, you don't lose suppression. You get more bullets, you don't lose RPM. So you've suppressed the same amount, right? Your gun has the same amount of suppression, however, it has like 40% more bullets. So you can suppress for longer, and therefore suppress way more, even though it's a weaker ammo type. Why is this the thing? I don't know. Let me just show you how this thing can work in LRC, even with 223. Which makes the muzzle velocity slower and removes the mostly 4-hit all ranges. Okay. As you can see, this one shoots a little bit faster, and therefore it's going to be a little bit less accurate. Let's go to the sniping spot here. Oh my gosh. 457 studs. So if you're wondering which LMG is the best for long range, it would be the L86 probably. And if you're wondering which assault rifle would be best for long range, it's probably gonna go to the L85A2. Like, dang, I'm actually hitting so many hit markers here, and I could barely even see these guys. Well, I died. I think this ends the video anyways. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and a sub. Remember, we're trying to hit 10K by the end of the year. Let's try to do that, but I'll see you in the next one. Peace.